So the way that you make money in this is that you buy at the bottom and you wait for the next cycle to come around to push the prices up.
What's going on, guys? This is Aaron from Departures Capital, and we're here with Francis McDonald, CEO and Director of Lift Power. It's a pleasure to have you on today, Francis. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. I'm in New York City right now and out telling the story about Lift Power.
Exactly. So, can you provide us with a concise overview of Lift Power, outlining the company's mission, significant milestones, and its positioning within the lithium sector? I know you have a very unique story.
Sure. So Lift Power is a mineral exploration company, and we're focused on exploring and developing hard rock lithium assets in Canada. And so what we're doing right now is developing a resource on our Yellowknife lithium project. And when I say that, that's really just defining how much lithium we have in the ground. And then from there, the other key milestone will be to figure out how much it's going to cost to get it out and process it.
Very important. So, the company's recently commenced its winter drill program and announced some promising drill results. Could you share a bit more details about that and let us know?
Sure. So we started drilling on our Yellowknife project in June of 2023, and we're drilling obviously to see what the content of lithium is in the subsurface. We drilled 200 drill holes, which was about 35,000 meters, and we've been releasing those drill results to the market over the last couple months. And just a couple days ago, we announced that we started a winter drill program, and that's an additional 19,000 meters of drilling, which is about 100 drill holes. And we expect that to finish up around April, and we'll be releasing those results to the market as they come out.
So how does Lift Power distinguish itself from its competitors? Because there are quite a few lithium companies in the sector. I know it's a very popular, hot sector, and particularly in terms of, unique value proposition and market positioning.
I think Lyft differentiates itself based on the scale of the resource potential. So it looks to us like this could be one of the largest lithium resources in North America. And the thing with this deposit is you can go on Google Maps, you can zoom in on your phone, you can see these lithium deposits from the satellite imagery. And when they stick out of the ground like this, it's really easy to see how big this could be. And it's not just arm wavy of saying, oh, we have the biggest thing. I mean, these things stick out of the ground. You can go in and look at it yourself. So that's one point is the resource potential. And then the other part of this is existing infrastructure. And for these lithium deposits, you end up having to ship a lot of material. And for something the size of what we think we have, it would be like filling Skydome, the Blue Jays baseball stadium or Rogers Stadium, 5 times from the field all the way up to the dome. And that's a lot of material. So if you don't have existing infrastructure, and that would be roads, rail, or port, then it's going to be very difficult to get a product from the mine out to the market. And I think those are the two key points is really the size of the resource potential and the infrastructure that we have to get it out.
Very important. So let's talk about the management team now, because we know how important that is as well. So, you have over 15 years of diverse mining experience globally. Additionally, President Alex Langer, who we've also had the pleasure of interviewing for Sierra Madre, brings many years of valuable experience. Can you tell us a bit more about your key members and, what they bring to the table, and also why management is so important?
Sure. So I'm Francis McDonald, CEO, and my background is exploration geology. So I worked for Newmont Mining, which is the world's largest gold producer. And I was doing early stage exploration looking for gold across the world. In 2016, I took an entrepreneurial turn and I started an exploration company with a few people called Kenorland Minerals. And that was really the first dip into the entrepreneurial side of mining. And we were taking a very low risk approach. We were acquiring mineral claims and convincing other people to spend their money on them. And we would keep a minority interest. And we did that pretty well. We brought in about $100 million from major mining companies such as Barrick, Newmont, Freeport-McMoRan, Antofagasta out of Chile, Sumitomo out of Japan. And we made a new gold discovery with Sumitomo as a partner. And during those years, we got interested in battery metals, and this is really how Lyft started. It started with a early stage exploration idea, and we spun it out into a new company. And that's really how I came into the company was I was one of the founders, and then I got sucked into it to be sitting here as the CEO. So that's a little of my background. And Alex Langer, you mentioned. So Alex is president, and he has a capital markets background. He was with Canaccord for a number of years, and then went over to putting his own deals together. And Alex was part of Millennial Lithium, and one of the not very many people that have participated in the lithium space in the past, and was part of a $500 million transaction when that was sold to Lithium Americas about 2 years ago. Dave Smithson is SVP of Geology, and Dave was at Newmont at the same time as me. His role was global gold specialist, and he was running around to Newmont's operations, adding ounces in the near mine environment. And then he was a founder of Tier One Silver, and was involved in some big exploration programs with juniors in the last years. And one more person, April Hayward, is Chief Sustainability Officer. And that role really encompasses environmental permitting, regulatory, and engagement with communities, and that's a very important role in this company. And so April had that position with an operating diamond mine in the Northwest Territories previously, and was involved in permitting two open pit deposits at the Acadie diamond mine. And just the second half of that question of why is management important, I think there's two parts of it. You need to have people that know what they're doing, and the success of a company, a lot of it depends on having the right people in the right places. And then I think you need to have someone that's a leader and is driven and is making everything happen, because running a company is it's a constant juggling match, and you need someone that can actually deal with that.
Definitely, we know how important execution really is. So sounds like you've got quite the experienced management team. So, in what ways does Lift Power collaborate with government bodies to drive the adoption of electric vehicles and renewable energy solutions?
Right now, government bodies is a very interesting party to discuss with about critical minerals. And being in Canada, where our main project is, this is eligible for Inflation Reduction Act funding. So that could come into play in the future. And then also the Canadian government has been talking about a critical mineral strategy. They've committed about 1.5 billion to a fund to look at infrastructure solutions. And so we've been talking with the Canadian federal government at this point and looking for ways that we can leverage federal money into our project. And one of those ways might be looking with our Indigenous partners at renewable energy solutions that could feed into power, and looking at other infrastructure solutions that would decrease our capex or capital expenditures in order to build out a project.
So, given the rapid pace of technological evolution in the automotive industry, how does Lift Power maintain its position at the forefront of innovation, ensuring alignment with evolving automakers and supply chain preferences along with regulatory requirements?
I think the technological change in the auto industry, when we're talking about electric vehicles, what we're going towards eventually will be solid state lithium batteries. And with that, that will create a larger demand for lithium, because you can put more in a solid state battery in a car. So on the technology side, on the auto industry, it looks like it's pretty bright for lithium, I think. And then on the processing side, I think hard rock lithium deposits is what we're looking at. These are basically veins of granite that have a specific lithium bearing mineral in them. And this is a very simple mining process. People have been doing this since the 1800s to get lithium for other purposes. And we're kind of technology proof at this point, just because nothing out there really looks like it's going to compete with this process that's very simple and very it's been utilized in the past before.
Well, thank you, Francis, for all those updates and information about the company. Sounds like you've got an exciting year ahead, and I look forward to having you back on for more updates in the future.
Great to be here, and looking forward to this year. It's going to be exciting for sure.